The people have spoken, and the Bible says there is nothing new under the sun. At the time of a feast, Pilate was going to release one prisoner, one felon, whomsoever the people desired by vote. And there came one named Barabbas, which lay bound, that had made an insurrection, and who had committed murder in the insurrection. And the multitude, crying aloud, began to desire him to release Barabbas. And Pilate answered them, saying, Will you? Don't you want me to release unto you the King of the Jews? For he knew the chief priests had delivered him for envy. But the chief priests moved the people that he should rather release Barabbas. And Pilate answered and said again unto them, What will you have me do with him that is called the King of the Israelites? And they cried out and said, Crucify him. And Pilate said unto them, Why? What evil has he done? And they cried out the more exceedingly, Crucify him. So Pilate, willing to content the people, released Barabbas unto them, and delivered Jesus when he had scourged him to be crucified. Again, there's nothing new under the sun. People who are narcissistic want a narcissist. Listen to this. The thing displeased Samuel when the people said, Give us a king to judge us. And Samuel prayed to the Lord, and the Lord said unto Samuel, Listen to the voice of the people in all that they say unto you. For they have not rejected you, they have rejected me, that I should not reign over them. And according to all the works they have done since the day I brought them out of Egypt, even unto this day, they have forsaken me. Now, listen to their voice, yet protest solemnly unto them, and show them the type of king that will reign over them. Samuel told all the words of the Lord unto the people that asked of him a king. He said, This will be the manner of king that shall reign over you. He will take your sons and appoint them for himself. He will take your chariots to be his chariots, and he will have you be his horsemen, to run before his chariots. He will appoint for himself captains over thousands and over fifties, and he will have them set their ear to his ground. They will reap his harvest and make his instruments of war and make his instruments of chariots. And he will take your daughters to be cooks and bakers. He will take your fields and your vineyards and your olive gardens, even the best of them, and give them to his servants. He will take 10% of your seed and your vineyards to give them to his officers and his servants. He will take your men servants and your maid servants and your goodly men and your asses and put them to his work. He will take 10% of your sheep and your servants. And ye shall cry out in that day because of your king, which you have chosen to reign over you, and the Lord will not hear you in that day. Nevertheless, the people refused to obey the voice of Samuel, and they, being likewise narcissists, said, But we will have a king rule over us, that we might be like other nations, and that our king may go out before us and fight our battles. And Samuel heard all the words of the people, and he rehearsed them in the ears of the Lord. And the Lord said unto Samuel, Well, hearken to their voice, and make them a king. And this is why you need this book, Bible, Prophecy, and Trump. For in the last days, this is what's going to happen.